Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy. We're joined by a catcher today, Dylan Maxey. Dylan, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Well, Dylan, you've come to the Santa Barbara Foresters a little bit later compared to some of the other guys. How's your first couple games been with the Sturs?
They've been good. It's good to get out here and get reps, play for guys like Bill and Shook and all the other coaching staff, and just meet some new guys and be on the field with some new guys. But it's been a good time. I mean, obviously, we're all out here to do the same thing. We all love the game. It's been a good experience.
And I know you coming from Texas. How's it been out here in Santa Barbara?
It's been a little different. I mean, obviously, things are a little more expensive, but, I mean, you just can't complain with the weather out here, and there's stuff to do out here. It's kind of the same. It's just the weather's a little bit nicer. Things are a little more expensive, but, I mean, you can't complain with what's going on out here.
All right, Dylan, so on a typical game day for the Foresters, you come out to play. What's your typical routine going into a game?
I never like to be rushed with a routine, so usually I try to get here a little earlier than expected or what everybody else is going to do. And if depends on how I'm going with the game and what I've been doing, I'll either get some early work in or I'll sit out here and relax and make sure the game and the routine's just not speeding up on me, and then I'll stretch a little bit and then get ready for BP, take some swings, just get the feeling to where I'm preparing myself as well as I can before the game starts.
In contrast that to an away game, does that differ for you, your routine? I know it's sometimes harder being on a bus and traveling. Is that any different?
Not really. The only thing that's different is you don't have control of how quick your routine is or how slow it is, or you just got to be, when you're going on away trips like that, especially when you're showing up and going, then you just have to be a more mature ball player, knowing what you need to do to prepare yourself for that day. And obviously that takes more than one time going on the road, showing and going. But, I mean, like I said, like once you do it once, you kind of get a feel for it and you have an idea of what it's going to be. And I don't think it's the exact same routine as when you're at a home game, but I think it's definitely a difference, and you got to know yourself and what you need to do on home games versus road games.
That makes sense. And I know you've been a catcher. Have you always been a catcher, or you've been different position players when you were growing up?
I actually have never really caught. I was always like the guy, if our main catcher was too tired, I would go back there for a game when I was younger. And then I caught in the Mickey Mantle game because it was hot. Nobody else wanted to catch. And I always was kind of athletic back there. I just didn't know what I was kind of doing. I just knew I had to throw people out and catch the ball. And then my high school coach actually came up to me and said, if you want a chance of playing on varsity your freshman year, then you're going to have to catch. And I think the only way you're going to get on the field for me in the next 4 years is being a catcher. So I got to work on it, and it turned out to be a pretty good idea.
Awesome. And last question before you go, favorite song to warm up to when you're taking BP?
Oh, God, probably something by Alan Jackson.
Okay.
Something upbeat like Good Time or some Joe Diffie.
Sounds good. Well, Dylan, appreciate your time. Play well, and moving forward the rest of the season, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
First pitch coming up right after this. The Santa Barbara Foresters have returned home and will begin a 3-game homestand. Today, the Stars welcome in the Alameda Merchants from the CCL North for a Thursday afternoon matchup. Hello, Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill welcoming you to Santa Barbara High School. Well, Aiden, last night, big victory for the Stars, a 7-3 win against the Arroyo Seco Saints. That was a big victory for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, the Foresters went on the road, and they were looking for a win that kind of signified their season. We're kind of struggling. You see a win against the San Diego Bombers at home, only 8-7. That's a team that they believe they should beat by a lot more. And then they face a difficult Saints team where we saw them play here in Santa Barbara. It was a shootout, 12-11. They take advantage of some costly errors, 4 errors for the Saints, and you can't win a ball game when you make that many mistakes. Today they welcome the Alameda Merchants, who, although 4-8, 3 straight wins, it's not going to be an easy contest for the Stars, and they just look to keep on rolling.
And today for the Stars, Hudson Hamilton, the right-hander who plays for Texas, will get his 3rd start of the season, thrown 7 1/3 so far this year.
Yeah, and Hudson Hamilton, he has struggled just a bit to start the year, but you kind of see that from these D1 guys, just need to settle in. As the season goes on, everyone becomes more comfortable, and the stuff from Hudson Hamilton, you'll see a fastball in the low 90s. It's a D1 talent, and he'll look to get back on track today.
Taking a look at the lineup today for the Alameda Merchants, leading things off in center field, Wyatt Thames to bat second. The shortstop, Jace Jeremiah to bat third. And out in left, Jack Rogers. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Kai Young to bat fifth. And out in right field, Aiden Tackless, the pitcher who will also be hitting today, the Alameda Merchants dropping to 9, Jordan Bolden. The first baseman who will bat 7th, Luke Piazza. In the 8th spot, the catcher, Atticus Gonzalez. And to bat 9th, the second baseman, Brady Wetzel. And here comes Wyatt Thames, the center fielder for the Alameda Merchants, entered today 4-8, but on a 3-game winning streak. And the Stars now 8-5 in CCL play, just 1 game off the top spot in the CCL South.
It's easy to get complacent when you're facing a team like Alameda, knowing that you should win. The Foresters have to keep their foot on the gas from the beginning.
And Hudson Hamilton winds up the first pitch, and here it is to Wyatt Thames, and Thames will foul it off, and we are off and running here from Santa Barbara High School, 0-1. Another beautiful day, a little bit windier, and it feels like the wind's almost blowing in towards home plate to kick off this ball game.
Might see a lack of offense because of that, a defensive battle. Foresters looking to put up a 0 here in the first.
And Hamilton fired a first pitch strike. Here is the 0-1, and Thames chops it left side. That ball will go out of play. And now we can take a look at the defense today for Santa Barbara. Daniel Patterson will be at third. TJ Pompey at short. Jack Bollinger will get the start at second. Johnny Rodriguez at first. Ryan Taman will be the catcher. In the outfield, Caden Peterson is in left. Jonas Sebring in center, and Jackson Freeman out in right field for Santa Barbara. Hudson Hamilton ahead in the count against the leadoff man. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Thames chops it again. This ball is instead fair down the third baseline. Patterson scoops off one hop, and the 0 throw over to Johnny Rodriguez is a good one to retire Wyatt Thames on the ground out to third.
Nice play by Daniel Patterson, rushing in. A little awkward with the speed out of the leadoff hitter, but makes it look easy. The Forester defense on full display here early.
Here's Jace Jeremiah. Stands in. 1 away, bases clear, just underway in the opening inning. Jeremiah just a fraction over 200 on the CCL season. Here's the pitch, and that is a fastball strike, 0-1.
First pitch strikes are something that you want to monitor, especially early on in the game. Where is the command from the pitcher? Hudson has 2 so far.
1 away, here's the 0-1 offering, and Jeremiah pops it up. Going back is Johnny Rodriguez, the first baseman, camps out under it. Calls off the pitcher, fights the win, and makes the catch. 2 gone in the opening inning. Well done from Hamilton. 2 quick outs.
And you see him finding the strike zone with the fastball. That's something that you want to establish. You build off of that with the secondary stuff. But the heaters look good, and he's locating all over the strike zone.
2 quick outs for Hudson Hamilton to kick off the ballgame. Here is Jack Rogers. Also bats from the right side. Stands in, bases clear, 2 out. Good average on the year. Not as a big sample size. He's gone 6 for 19, but here's the first pitch, and a swing and a miss. Strike number 1.
Another first pitch strike. That's 3 now, and being able to get ahead 200, that's how you limit walks as the game goes on.
For Hamilton entering today through a 7 1/3, he's walked 5 and struck out 10. 0-2 gone. Here's the 0-1 offering, and Rogers swing and a miss. The breaking ball, it looked like, from Hamilton. He's ahead 0-2.
Continuing to build. off of this first inning. Hamilton continues to look good. One strike away from a 1-2-3.
He comes set on the hill. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Rogers fights it off over the first base dugout. We will do it again for the Stars. Looking to maintain that momentum that they picked up yesterday. Looking for a fast start, and strike hard and strike early. That's what they did yesterday, putting up 5 runs to the first 2 innings. And their offense comes up in the bottom half of this inning. Hamilton has retired the first 2. Base is clear. Top of the first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Rogers swing and a miss, and he is sat down. Hudson Hamilton, 3 up, 3 down, start the ball game. Peterson, Sebring, Pompey coming up next when we return.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Going to the bottom of the first as we take a look at the start. Santa Barbara starting 9. Caden Pearson will lead things off out in left. To bat second, Jonas Sebring in center. To bat third at short, TJ Pompey in the cleanup spot. Jack Holman serving as the DH to bat fifth, and at third, Daniel Patterson batting sixth, and at first, Johnny Rodriguez in the 7th spot, and out and right, Jackson Freeman in the 8th spot, and catching Ryan Taman. And the 9-hole hitter today in that second base will be Jack Bollinger. And here's Jordan Bolden, the right-handed pitcher, who will also be batting 6th in the order. He gets a start on the hill.
Yeah, two-way player for the Alameda Merchants. One thing from the Foresters yesterday that stood out to me in the first inning was striking early and then ultimately striking often. They've gotten into kind of a pattern throughout this year to maybe drag on a game and then score late and come away with the victory. But yesterday, it was long, grueling at-bats to start the game, and that pieced together some nice offense. They'll look to keep that going here in the first.
Yeah, they put up 2 yesterday in the opening inning and 3 in the second to take full command over them, the Arroyo Seco Saints, atop the CCL South. Since then, they're now tied with Santa Barbara in the second position in the Southern Division. But here is Peterson to stand in for the first time. And Jordan Bolden, the right-hander who plays for Concordia, gets his third appearance and his second start. First pitch, and Peterson will take it away. Ball number 1.
Everyone a part of the Foresters organization, big Caden Peterson fans. 360 average at the top of the order with a ton of speed.
Here's a 1-0 pitch, and that's missing away for ball 2. And for Peterson, yesterday he was in the 7th spot in the order, but we've typically seen him at the top spot, and he's back there today for Bill Pintard.
2-0 now, can get a little greedy if he loves a pitch down the middle.
Here's the offering, and Peterson will take ball 3 down and away, and Caden well ahead in the count. Jonas Sebring will stand on deck for Santa Barbara.
Great quality of a leadoff hitter is to see pitches and then report back to the rest of the lineup. What is the starter featuring? Caden working a nice at-bat here.
3-0 pitch. Peterson will take a strike, outer half of the plate. 3-1 for Peterson. Entering today, 364 average on the year. You look at the Sturs as a whole team, hitting a 273 clip. Here's the 3-1, and Peterson right through the zone for strike 2, full count.
And that's one of those big hacks that you see when you're ahead 3-1, the freedom to take a home run swing. Now shorten up, find a way to get on base for the rest of the order.
Sebring next. Here is the payoff pitch, and Peterson will stay alive. Big chopper on the left field line, third baseline, out of play. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another great day. Santa Barbara wearing their blue tops and white bottoms. Good-looking combination for the Sturs with Jordan Bolden shaking off a couple, and another 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Peterson will stay alive, just fouling it back.
Now getting towards the 8-pitch mark in the at-bat. exactly what you can ask for from a leadoff hitter. And even if Caden Peterson ends up getting out here, it's one of those at-bats where you're getting high fives walking back.
Still 3 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff man. No score. Bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. Peterson will see ball 4 away. It's a leadoff walk to kick off the ball game for the Sturs. Peterson aboard to bring up Jonas Sebring.
Now batting for your
A lot of pitches, and now the scouting report is set in stone for the Foresters. They saw all he has to offer, and now looking to take advantage, putting up a crooked number.
For Jordan Bolden, starting arm, entering today, he's only tossed 3 innings. Give up 4 hits, 3 runs, which were all earned, 2 walks and 2 Ks. So Peterson now aboard, and here is Sebring. And at a 367 clip, here's first pitch, and Jonas sees it down and away. Ball 1, and Bolden struggling to find the zone early.
Not a good quality to have, especially against the Foresters. A lot of pop in this lineup. You get down. Talked about Caden getting greedy, but these 2, 3, 4 hitters are even better run producers, and they'll really take advantage.
Runner goes, misses down low. No one finds a strike zone, but sliding into second base is Caden Peterson safely. The throw was off from the catcher, Atticus Gonzalez. And as a result, Peterson now in scoring position.
Caden would have even stole that if the throw from the catcher was perfect. A great jump. That one's on the pitcher.
The off man now at second, and Sebring at a 1-1 count. Bolden coming set, and here's the pitch, and Jonas is down and away, ball 2. Let's take a look at the defense today for the Merchants. Kai Young is at third, Jace Jeremiah is at short, Brady Wetzel is at second, Luke Piazza at first, Atticus Gonzalez the catcher in left, Jack Rogers, Wyatt Thames in center, Aiden Tackless out in right. 2-1 pitch, Sebring, high drive into left center field for Jonah. Going back towards the wall, Sebring, it is caught right at the wall. Sebring is retired, and that wind blowing in out of left definitely had an impact on that ball. Sebring gave it a ride, but flies out into left.
Was just about to say exactly that, Hunter. Looked like Jonah got both cheeks into that one. Backspun a baseball to left center, but the wind blowing in knocked it down just enough in front of that 375 sign. Great swing from Jonah, but an out nonetheless.
You feel like any other day that we've seen so far here at Santa Barbara High School, that ball would be gone, no problem. But a different wind to start this game. Here's TJ Pompey. Peterson remains at second, 1 away. No score in the bottom of the first. And TJ will take the ball down, 1-0.
You're going to see these Foresters hitters' production start to get a lot better because they're finally finding their place in the lineup. Peterson 1, Sebring 2, Pompey 3, Holman 4. It's a common pattern of these guys now knowing where they're going to hit every day, knowing where they're going to play, and that's only going to help this team moving forward.
Here's DJ at a 1-0 count. 275. First couple weeks of the season. Stepping off as a pitcher, Bolden, and it was a high throw. Now time being called. Is this a balk? It will be called a balk, and Caden Peterson will go to third base, now 90 feet away from the opening run for the Sturs.
It looked like a very awkward pickoff move, kind of got his feet tangled underneath him, and when he ultimately tried to make the throw to get Peterson out, he already had balked. So now, runner on third, less than 2 outs, an ideal situation. TJ Pompey just needing to put the ball in play.
So it's 1-0 for TJ. Peterson at third, looking to score the opening run in this ball game. Only 1 out. Here's 1-0 pitch, and that is down low, ball 2 for TJ. Looking to bring in the opening run. Only a single out. If you're able to lift something, just put something in play. Bring in Caden.
Yeah, sack, fly, or even just a ground ball with the infield back will do a job.
Here's a 2-0, and TJ pops up. Foul ground. That ball will go out of play towards the street down our right side. 2-1.
Great day at the Yard, Hunter. We saw Santa Barbara All-Stars here. Got to bring in some childhood feel of the game. These players sometimes get caught up in the motions and stress, but all kids at heart and love the baseball.
There's a 2-1 that gets past Gonzalez. Peterson tries to score from third. He will slide in, and there's the first run for the Sturs. Peterson advances on the errant pitch. Sturs now up 1-0 in the first.
With Caden Peterson's speed, an easy score on the wild pitch. Looked like a slider slipping out of the hand. And a nice way to start this ball game if you're Santa Barbara.
It's a 3-1 count for Pompey. Holman is on deck. Here's the pitch, and that one nearly clips the head of TJ, and he will get to first base. Second walk of the inning for Jordan Bolden. That's going to bring up Jack Holman, who had a phenomenal day yesterday. And Holman in the opening frame, a 2-run shot to put the Sturs up early against the Saints yesterday.
And it was the definition of a no-doubter, Hunter. He watched it fly, a little bit of a bat flip, emphatically hitting that ball very far in Pasadena. Looking to do something similar here. Much smaller out to right field, kind of favorable if you can just pull a ball down the right field line.
First pitch missing away, ball 1. Sturs up now 1-0 in the first. TJ working the second walk of the inning. And when you look at what Peterson did, he had a stolen bag, advanced to third on a balk, and scored on an errant pitch. Some gifts from the Merchants early. The 1-0 as Holman reaches for it over to the first baseman, moves in on the backhand. They get one at second. Well, no throw over to first, but they get the force out. And it was TJ Pompey retired at second. Smart play from Piazza, the first baseman, charging in, getting the insured second out at second base.
And not only a smart play, Hunter, but a brilliant play. Very difficult for a right-handed first baseman coming to his right with the backhand and making a perfect strike to second. You see that traditionally done with lefties at first, and they make it look easy, but from the right side, much more difficult. Nice play.
Here's Daniel Patterson, and the first pitch swinging, 0-1. Ullman reaching on the fielder's choice. Now 2 gone, but Sturs have cashed in a run here in the opening frame. They lead 1-0. And for Patterson, batting 5th here this afternoon. Sees the 0-1, and Patterson will see a ball. The runner goes. It was a late jump from Holman and trying to slap the tag down, and they got him. Brady Wetzel slaps down the tag. It was a late jump from Holman, and he is thrown out at second, caught stealing for the 3rd out of the inning. First comes to a close, but the Sturs put up 1 to go to the second. Santa Barbara lead by a run.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Go to the second. And for the Alameda Merchants, they're going to have Kai Young, Aiden Tackless, Jordan Bolden due up in the sitting, and Hudson Hamilton. What a start. He had full command of all of his pitches, 3 up, 3 down in the opening frame.
A very clean first inning from Hudson Hamilton. Now the heart of the order coming up, 4, 5, and 6. Look to continue to establish that fastball. It's looked like his best pitch so far.
Jack Rogers. Now batting the third
So here's Kai Young in his 5th game. In the early goings for Young, he's gone 3 for 8. Leading things off for the Merchants, and they trailed by a run. Sturs picking up an early lead as they did yesterday. First pitch, and that will miss in on the delivery from Hudson. Ball 1.
Chance for the Foresters last inning to maybe add on, but Holman gets caught stealing on a bang-bang play. Looking for another 0 here in the second.
1-0 pitch. This one's grounded sharply over to Bollinger. Fields it in and out of his glove. And as a result, reaching base will be Kai Young. It looks like Bollinger fielded that ball, but right as it was going to his mitt, had a little bit of a bobble. And as a result, the leadoff man will reach base.
Yeah, that's going to be an error from Bollinger. Play that needs to be made. Not routine by any means, but still will be ruled as such. No harm, no foul, though, to start the inning. Just have to roll a double play or get an out somehow.
First base runner for the Merchants in the form of Kai Young. And here's the first pitch. Aiden Tackless, he takes away and down. Ball 1, and it is scored an E4 on Bollinger. Tackless today batting at the 5th spot. 174 average for the Merchants as a team. 210 their average on the year. Here's a 1-0, and that will miss low from Hudson. Ball 2. The leadoff man aboard, and our starting pitcher for the Sturs falls behind 2-0. Aiden Tackless.
A lot of different look that we got in the first inning. Now kind of getting behind hitters when that first pitch strike was being poured in. Looking to work from behind.
Tackless fouls off the 2-0 pitch, just in the fencing to the left of the dish. Strike 1. The fall will be the pitcher, Jordan Bolden. The Merchants today dropping to 9 to start off this ball game. Starting pitcher Jordan Bolden also hitting in the 6th spot in the order. Don't often see that nowadays. Pretty cool to see. Man at first, it's Kai Young. Hamilton comes set, gets himself back in the count. The last pitch, a strike. 2-1. Tackless back up the middle. Here's Bollinger. He fields it, flips it. There's one at second. Is it 2? Oh, yes, it is. What a 4-6-3. Nifty play from Bollinger and Pompey teaming up at second. 2 gone.
That one was sweet, Hunter. A glove flip coming to his right from Jack Bollinger. A gold glove play. That's how you make up for an error. 2 down now here in the second.
A silky play from the middle infielders, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Jordan Bolden. 2 gone, bases clear. You said, and that's a way to get rid of an error. First pitch, and that is a first pitch strike, 0-1.
And you're taught, if you're Hamilton, to let that go, somehow just get out of the way. If he knocks that down, it might end up being a single. Lets it go through, and Bollinger's right there.
Second pitch, and this one is ground off 1 hop to the first baseman, Rodriguez. Fields it and touches first base, and Hudson Hamilton only has to see 3 in the second. Go to the home half. The inning Sturs on top by a run over Alameda.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the second inning, Sturs lead by a run. Patterson, Rodriguez, Freeman coming up. Some phenomenal defensive plays from the middle infielders. It's a 1-run ball game.
When you make an error, Hunter, you always tend to get a ball hit right back at you the next play. And Jack Bollinger made up for it with a beautiful glove flip to the backhand. Gets the Foresters out of the inning. Big confidence boost from Hudson Hamilton, and now the offense has the chance to capitalize.
Patterson was standing in the last inning, looks to lay down a bunt, takes a ball away before Holman is caught stealing at second for the final out of the inning. So Patterson will lead things off. He's ahead in the count 1-0 after the first pitch from Bolden, missing away. And in his second start on the hill, here's the second pitch, and that will miss low, it appears, to Patterson, ball 2.
And Patty's been getting hot. He was one of the best and most reliable Foresters bats in 2023. Kind of started off slow, but now batting 5 or 6 every day.
Here's the 2-0 pitch, grounded over to Jeremiah. The shortstop, he charges, and the throw over was in time to retire Patty. He grounds out, 1 away in the bottom of the second.
Sponsored by Pacific Press, the first baseman, number 33.
Here comes Johnny Rodriguez. And last time we were at home and we were doing the broadcast together, we saw Rodriguez sliding to second base. Had a little bit of that shaky play where he appeared to be injured, but it's great to see him. We saw him yesterday play, but playing again for the first time at home since that injury.
Very positive sign from the left side, and also the left-handed glove at first base. He does it all, and a guy that the Foresters need moving forward as you near those latter months of the summer. Great to see him back in the lineup.
Really in the heart of the season now for the Sturs. Playing 6 games a week. Here's the first pitch to Johnny. He sees a ball away. 1-0. It's the start of a 3-game homestand as well. The Pirates and the Sunrays, 2 teams in the CCL South. Actually, both affiliates of the CCL South in town next couple days. Here's the 1-0. 2-hopper over to third baseman Kai Young, who held his ground in the throw over in time to retire Rodriguez. 2 quick outs for Bolden, inducing ground outs to retire some Foresters.
It's been quick outs from both sides. Johnny Rodriguez just caught that off the end of the bat a little bit. And with the shift on for the lefty, he almost shot it through the 5-6 hole, but nice play over there at third. Freeman looked for a 2-out knock.
Saw a lot of that yesterday. 2-out base runners for the Sturs. They weren't able to capitalize a whole lot in the later innings. Here's the first pitch, and Freeman swing and miss through the zone, strike 1. Actually, in the game yesterday, they put up 7 runs, but the last inning that they scored in was the 4th when they put up 2 to make it a 7-0 lead against the Saints. The 0-1 drops in low, missing 1-1.
Jackson Freeman at Northwestern his freshman year made a phenomenal impression in the Big Ten, known for its baseball, a lot of great teams out of there, and continued to hit multiple accolades, and now with the Foresters.
1-1 missing into Jackson, left-handed bat. 2-1. He's able to reach. Ryan Taman stands on deck, the catcher today for the Sturs. Jackson, 238 on the year. 2 gone, bases clear. Here's the 2-1, and he gets hit on the right side. Freeman will reach base. 2-out base runner for the Sturs, and that hit by a pitch is brought to you by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Number 17.
So Freeman aboard. This brings up Ryan Taman.
Taman's been great so far this season. The bat has been looking to come along for the ride, but defensively, we're constantly amazed by the ground he covers, blocking balls, saving runs, and now the offense starting to heat up.
First pitch to Ryan, and it will miss high. And looking back to the game against the Bombers just a few days ago on the 25th, it was an 8-7 victory for the Sturs in that game, but Taman was likely part of the reason why it was a victory with all those balls that he stopped behind the dish. Check back to first base. Maybe they got him off first, and they did. Freeman caught flat-footed, and he is picked off at first. So Jordan Bolden inducing 2 groundouts. He hit Freeman, but makes up for it and picks him off at first for the 3rd out of the inning. That's how the second comes to a close. We go to the 3rd. Sturs still on top by a run. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It remains a 1-0 ball game here from Santa Barbara High School. Hudson Hamilton remaining on the hill. The starter for the Sturs, and they currently lead 1-0. Luke Piazza, Atticus Gonzalez, Brady Wetzel coming up in the inning for the Merchants.
Very stagnant game offensively that has been flying by already in the third inning. Only 30 minutes in, something unique for CCL play. Usually see those games kind of drag on, but it's been all about pitching and defense, and now already into the third.
Piazza bats from the left side. He sees the first pitch, and it will miss away down at the knees for ball 1. Luke Piazza batting out the 7th spot, the first baseman for the Merchants. He's gone 3 for 17. Under 200 is average currently. Leading things off. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Piazza will get ahead 2-0.
Hudson Hamilton's done a great job battling back even when getting down in the count. We saw that a lot in the second inning. Here 2-0 will be another good gauge of where his stuff is at.
Hamilton comes set in his third start for the Sturs. The 2-0 offering, and that is in there for a strike, 2-1.
And that's beautiful. Generally, and especially if you're Piazza, you're sitting fastball 2-0, something to crush, and the ability for Hamilton to flip over a curveball in any count and get right back in it is amazing.
2-1 pitch. Piazza chops it back to the mound, and it's deflected. Bollinger scoops up the second baseman and is able to recover. It might have looked like it deflected off Hamilton's glove, but regardless, Bollinger was there, the second baseman, to back him up. 1 away in the third.
And if Hamilton does get a piece of that, as we talked about earlier with the Bollinger beautiful double play that he turned, maybe it turns into a single. Hamilton, if he catches it cleanly, just an easy glove flip to first, but a nice first out for the Sturs.
Here's Atticus Gonzalez, the catcher. Here's first pitch, and this one is drilled into right center field. Jackson Freeman moves over and is able to make the squeeze for the second out. Gonzalez, 1 pitch, and he is retired for the second out. On the line out into right, 2 gone.
Now batting for the
And looking at the 3 outfielders for the Foresters this afternoon, Peterson, Sebring, and Freeman, they all cover so much ground patrolling that outfield. Freeman there just ranges 5 steps to his right, but still just tracking that ball down and making it look easy for out number 2.
2 quick outs again for Hamilton. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Wetzel. First pitch, and Wetzel chops down the third baseline, out of play. That is strike 1. Wetzel only 1 knock so far this season. He's gone 1 for 15. You said even talking about the pitchers, especially for the Sturs, it takes a couple games to find that rhythm, get back in ball-playing mode after taking a few weeks off. Same thing can go for hitting, absolutely. Here's the 0-1, and that breaking ball in there, 0-2.
And speaking of getting settled in, this feels like the best Hudson Hamilton's looked all season so far in a Forester uniform. Getting ahead early, and like we talked about, even when down in the count, the ability to come back.
It's a 1-run ball game, Sturs lead, but 2 gone. Here's the 0-2 pitch, check swing. That is ball 2 away. Ball 1 away, pardon me.
And one thing interesting, too, with this Alameda Merchant schedule, Hunter, obviously from Northern California, but sectioned off towards these Southern California trips, and it's an interesting adjustment.
1-2 bounces in. You said it. You're going to be playing a couple games up in Slow. Might as well, if you're coming down all this way, take on Slow. And Slow is in the CCL North, the most southern team in the Northern Division. The Sturs will be playing them a couple times next week. Those will always be interesting games when those 2 teams get together. Exciting, that is for sure. 2 gone. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Wetzel sees ball 3 high, full count.
Have to come in now to the 9-hole batter with 2 outs, full count. Expect a challenge heater, or even with how good that curveball's been, flipping that over. But this needs to be over the strike zone for Hamilton.
Wyatt Thames stands on deck. 3-2 pitch. Wetzel drills it over the head of Bollinger at second into right field. That is a 2-out knock for the 9-hole hitter, and he has his second hit of the season.
Now batting for the Merchants, the
Solid plate appearance from Wetzel. Now I'll turn over the lineup.
And that was the definition of let him hit it. Challenge fastball right down the middle, trusting your stuff, but a great swing from the 9-hole in Wetzel to just flip one to right field in front of Freeman. No harm, no foul, though. 2 outs here in the third.
Sturs do lead top half of this inning. Here's the first pitch to Thames, missing away, ball 1. Thames grounded out to third, first time up in the opening inning. Wetzel is able to extend this inning, now at first. Ball 1 for Wyatt Thames. Hamilton coming set. A little bit of a longer hold, 1-0 pitch, and that will miss low for ball 2.
And that longer hold can simply just be to vary looks, keep the batter and Thames on his toes. And now down 2-0. Will be interesting. This could be an action pitch if you're Wetzel to run, especially knowing the leadoff hitter would come up to start next inning anyway.
Here's a pitch and a swing and a miss. That is strike 1. 2 balls in, a strike. Good delivery from Hudson.
Another nice challenge fastball down 2-0. Executing nicely. Could go right back to it. Looked like Thames was late.
Jack back to first base. Looks like they got him. Yes, sir, they did. Wetzel caught flat-footed off first base, and he gets the hit, but picked off by Hudson, Hamilton, and Johnny Rodriguez. And Hudson only has to see 3. We go to the bottom half of the third. Sturs still on top 1-0 over the Merchants.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Ryan Taman leads things off for the Sturs. Bollinger and Peterson scheduled in the inning 8, 9, and 1 for Santa Barbara. They lead 1-0 over the Merchants.
And interesting enough, Hunter, the one hit that has come in this ballgame hasn't even been from the Foresters. They have 0 hits, 1 run. That's because of the walk by Peterson and coming all the way around and scoring.
And the first pitch, Ryan Taman missing away, and Peterson had a stolen bag. Advanced to third on a box, scoring on an errant pitch. They've had currently 4 base runners, 2 walks, a hit batter, and then Ullman into a fielder's choice, and Taman swing and miss, 1-1.
Taman will start this inning with Freeman getting picked off. Going to start a rally for the Foresters, something they've had difficulty mounting here early.
1-1 pitch. Ryan Taman sees it down and away. Ball 2. Compared to yesterday's ball game, hit hard and hit fast against the Saints down in Pasadena. At this point in the ball game, they were leading 5-0 last night down at Jackie Robertson Field. Slower start in terms of the offense. Here is a 2-1. This one is down the left field line. That is a fair ball for Ryan Taman. Taman around first. Taman going to second. That ball down in the corner, and that will be a lead-off double for the Sturs, and Ryan Taman aboard for Santa Barbara.
Ryan Taman continues to heat up. He saw a hanging curveball that he swung through on the previous pitch. That time crushed down the left field line for a double. The Foresters got something cooking.
This is going to bring up Jack Bollinger. Bollinger entered yesterday for Jackson Freeman. Late last night against the Arroyo Seco Saints, and it was a night game again last night. Some funky lights down there. The players were talking about it after the ball game, saying those lights weren't the best. It's hard to see the baseball. But here is Jack. Ryan at second. First pitch missing in the left-handed batter. Ball 1.
Also an interesting adjustment from these players who, at their home park, always playing in the daylight. 4:30 p.m. starts and going to a park 6:05 start time. It's an adjustment for all parties, but still came away with the win.
The 1-0, and Bollinger sees it in, and Gonzalez is able to keep it in front of him, just in and out of the glove. But that is ball 2 for Jack Bollinger.
Bollinger looking to set the table for the top of the order. Peterson waiting on deck.
You look at the CCL South. Currently, the Sturs tied for second with the Saints, the team that they played last night. 2-0 pitch missing in. Ball 3 for Bollinger. He is well ahead. Taman still at second. With that top of the order on deck, things get interesting here if Bolden, the pitcher, can't find the strike zone.
Talked about the Foresters being tied with the Saints. That just proves how big those 2 wins against them have been to start the season.
The 3-0, that finds the strike zone, and the starting pitcher gets himself back in the count. 3-1.
Bollinger can't expand his strike zone, especially knowing that the pitcher has been susceptible to walking guys early. Got to stay smart.
Here's a pitch popped up. It's going to stay in fair ground. Shortstop going back, Jeremiah makes the catch, and holding at second is Taman. 1 away in the third.
For your Foresters, the left fielder, number 11.
It's going to be a frustrating at-bat if you're Bollinger. Runner on second, no outs. You want something to the right side of the infield, something productive to get the runner over, and pops out to the shortstop. Peterson now looking to pick him up.
Back to the top of the order. Second look at Jordan Bolden for Peterson. Worked a walk and scored the lone run of the ball game. It's 1-0, bottom of the third. And at second, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Peterson takes in a great keep from Gonzalez. Taman holds at second.
We saw Peterson last at-bat get ahead, ultimately working a walk. It was a long, grueling at-bat. Starts the AB with another take.
Here's a 1-0 pitch, and Peterson will take a strike this time. That evens up the count, 1-1. Jonas Sebring will be on deck for Santa Barbara. Bolden shaking off a couple with the Alameda Merchants. A 3-game winning streak. Entering today, the 1-1 down, and another great keep from Gonzalez. Ball 2.
Caden Peterson goes to school, same neck of the woods as Alameda at the University of Pacific in Stockton. Never know, could be friends with some guys on this team.
And Bolden, starting right-hander, plays for Concordia. 2-1 pitch. Peterson sees it away. That is ball 3. Caden already has a walk to his name today. Sebring on deck. Saw the winds blowing in towards home plate. It looked like they've shifted, or the prevailing winds cutting across the playing surface, pole to pole. Here's a 3-1, and Peterson will see ball 4 in. And that is a 1-out walk to put 2 aboard for Santa Barbara in the bottom half of the third inning.
Another great take from Caden Peterson, his second walk of the afternoon. And Jonas Sebring, who just missed one to left center last time up, will get another opportunity with 2 runners on base.
We talked about after he was flown out into left with the winds to start the ball game. They are blowing in towards home plate. Feels like they've shifted more to the normal winds, but that ball that was hit in the opening inning from Jonah Really, any other time here at Santa Barbara High School, likely would have been over the fence. First pitch off speed, and that will miss inside for ball 1 to Jonah.
A good take, but a very long look in from Bolden. He wanted that call at the bottom part of the strike zone.
Damon had a leadoff double. He remains at second. Peterson at first. 1-0 pitch. Sebring will see one in again. Ball 2.
Same spot, and if you're Bolden, you might feel like you're getting squeezed with that off speed. Jonas Sebring, great takes down in the zone, looking for something up to crush.
Here's a 2-0 pitch, and this one is into left. The line drive. Rogers cannot get there to left fielder. 1 run, looks to score. Taman comes around from second. No play at the plate. That is an RBI single for Jonas Sebring. And the Sturs now lead 2-0 against the Merchants.
Great piece of hitting from Jonas Sebring. It looked like he might have got caught on the knuckles a little bit, but that strength, that ability to just punch one into left field for an RBI single keeps the line moving. 2-0 Sturs.
Now the coaching staff appearing out of the third base dugout. There are arms warming in the bullpen. For the Merchants, the batter's going to be TJ Pompey. Currently in the bottom of the third. Sturs now lead 2-0. Pitching's been good for both sides, but now Bolden hasn't been getting some of the calls. Had a couple walks early that led to that opening run, and now the second hit of the inning and of the ball game for the Sturs scores Taman.
And naturally in the first inning, when you don't establish the strike zone as a starting pitcher, those 50-50 pitches on the black are going to result in more balls than strikes. That's kind of where Bolden has been sitting after the 2 walks in the first inning. And TJ Pompey stepping up now. He was one of those walks. Chance to hit with 2 runners on. Great AB from Jonas Sebring just a second ago.
And for Sebring, brings in a run, that RBI. Sponsored by Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara area where the Forsters train for victory. Thanks to Gold's. 2 aboard. Here's first pitch to TJ. Off speed, missing in. That is ball 1.
Even though that missed inside, that curveball hasn't had a lot of snapping action. It's been hanging in the strike zone, and the Forsters are starting to look for it.
2 aboard, only a single out. There's the 1-0 pitch, and TJ over the left side to the shortstop, Jeremiah. He scoops up in the force out at second. Did they get him at third? Pardon me. They did apply the tag. Kai Young just able to stretch out his back foot to keep his trailing foot on the bag, and the force out at third. Peterson retired for the second out.
That is flat out a brilliant play, Hunter, and the awareness from the shortstop, knowing that a force out is still available at third base. The stop alone, sliding
fantastic.
to your right, was ridiculous, and then popping up, making a strong throw to third. That should be a hit for TJ Pompey almost every time, instead of fielder's choice, and a big out for the Merchants.
Here's Jack Holman. Big out it was, still 2 aboard. At second is now Sebring. Holman on the first pitch takes it in the dirt, and a good keep again from Gonzalez on the breaking stuff from Bolden. His catcher has done some good work behind the dish.
And it was a good stop, but looked like he also got fortunate that it got caught up under the ump's feet, kind of knocked it down a little bit. Might have seen that going to the backstop and getting Holman a chance to hit with 2 runners in scoring position.
Holman's second time up today. Check back to second base. Sebring slides in. We've already seen a pickoff for both teams. Hudson Hamilton has one. Catching Wetzel off first. And earlier in the second, Jackson Freeman was hit with 2 out. Was picked off by Bolden. Remains 1-0 for Jack Holman, who grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. Chance here in this third inning. And the second pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1.
From a power hitting standpoint, slugging the baseball, finding barrels, Jack Holman has been at the top of the list for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and you don't want anybody else up right now if you're manager Pintard.
1-1 pitch. Holman sees it down. Ball 2. Jonas Sebring drove in a run here in the third. Is 2-0 our score. The Sturs put up a run in the first, and now here in the bottom of the third, tack on 1 more. 2 balls and a strike. Holman is able to do something. Patterson waits on deck. And now a second balk being called on Jordan Bolden. He had one in the first, which advanced a runner to third. And now 2 in scoring position. Holman That opens up a whole wide of possibilities for him now with 2 in scoring position.
And that might be a part of the transition to the mound. We know Bolden is a two-way guy. That uncomfortable nature on the bump results in more box, maybe not knowing how to properly come set, pressure with runners on base, all of that taken into account, and Holman has a great chance here.
2-1 pitch. Holman pops it up left side, foul ground, and that ball will go out of play over the third base dugout to even up the count 2-2. And you said it, Bolden also heading in the lineup today, 6th spot in the order. Only his second start. He's only pitched 3 innings prior to today's ball game.
I want to point something out, Hunter. Jack Holman leads the team in RBIs in almost half of the at-bats as everybody else. That's how productive he's been. Numbers jumping off the page, an 826 slugging percentage. That's unheard of.
2-2 pitch, and this ball's chopped foul over the first base dugout. He will do it again. And for Holman, really solidified himself in the cleanup spot in the order. He's been the DH last 3 games. He's also been the first baseman as well. Likely we'll see him in that role moving forward the rest of the season. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Holman sees it in, full count.
Great patience. And if you're Bolden, I see no reason why you would even throw something close to the strike zone in this situation. The open base at first, with how dangerous Holman is.
Here's another pitch, and this ball is over to the third baseman on the backhand. Can he make this play? Oh, what a play from Kai Young. Spun around at third to take away a few more runs for the Sturs. Good effort from the third baseman and the infielders for the Merchants. They limit the damage to only a run, but the Sturs do tack on one more. It is 2-0 going to the 4th.
Right,
Santa Barbara,
fans,
they lead.
cheer on the kids as they enter the
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Top of the 4th inning, Santa Barbara lead 2-0. Thames Jeremiah Rogers, top of the order coming up. For Hudson Hamilton, the starter, through the first 3 innings, he only has had to face 9 batters. He did allow a single hit. Another man reached on air, but good defense behind him on pickoff and double play. Only allowed 9 batters in the first 3.
9 up, 9 down is exactly right, Hunter. Look to stay on track here.
First pitch to Thames. Second look at Hudson, misses high. Ball 1, Thames. In the opening inning, grounded out to Patterson, who's at third today. Road team trailed by a pair of runs. Winds picking up now, blowing out towards their normal center field position. 1-0 pitch in, a swing and miss, 1-1.
From Hamilton, you see 2 different off-speed pitches, a slider with a more sweeping action, tailing across the horizontal part of the strike zone, and then the curveball. It's more 12-6 straight down, but both he's been able to throw for strikes.
1-1 pitch, and Thames will see a ball in, 2-1.
Ahead 2-0, there's no room for walks. Free rallies is not the name of the game. If you're Hamilton, as long as this lead is intact, have to continue to attack the strike zone.
2-1 pitch, missing in for ball 3, and that's how the Stars really did most of their damage in the early goings yesterday against the Saints. They just had a couple hits in the early innings, but they ended up leading by 5. Of course, Holman had a 2-run shot. Other than that, just a single. They're able to push in 5 runs. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that is going to be ball 4, missing up high, so Wyatt Thames will reach base for the first time. That is a leadoff walk to kick off the 4th inning for the Merchants.
The first walk that Hamilton has allowed, and I talked about how it's a free rally starter, but even though it feels like the Foresters are up more than 2 runs, they haven't been able to cash in with runners in scoring position. You don't want to mess around with that slim of a lead.
Here's Jace Jeremiah, but a play back at first base in safely as Thames. Playing a dangerous game over there is Wyatt, but he's in safely. Still waiting the first pitch to Jeremiah.
Seems that all these Merchant runners, and even on the Forester side, need to take a half step shorter of a lead because pickoffs galore to start this game.
Still a good lead for Thames at first. And another check back to him, another close play, safe. Walking on the edge for Wyatt Thames. Dodgers 2 bullets, still waiting the first pitch to Jeremiah.
That one was even closer, and Smiles down there at first, but won't be if he gets thrown out.
And the first pitch now to Jeremiah. It's popped up and out of play behind our heads. That is strike 1. The Merchants on a road trip from Northern California all the way down here in Santa Barbara, playing a couple games against Slow next few days. Where the Blues currently 6-7 in the CCL North. Another play at first base again. This time, no. Another very close play at first base, and sliding in for the 3rd time is Wyatt Thames. No damage done.
Another very close pickoff attempt. From our angle, it looks like they're almost getting him, but just under the tag.
There goes the runner. The 0-1 misses. It's a throw from Taman down to second. Safe is Wyatt Thames, a stolen bag. And the Merchants have their first runner of the ball game in scoring position.
Throws over once, twice, 3 times, and then Thames anticipates he won't throw over a 4th time. He was exactly right. Ends up swiping a bag with a great jump, and the Merchants have the table set.
Ball and a strike for the shortstop. Hamilton looks back. Couple looks back to second. Here's the pitch. And time being called. Ends 1-1 for Jace Jeremiah. Had a pop up to the first baseman, Johnny Rodriguez, in the opening inning. Still no outs, top of the 4th inning. Santa Barbara lead 2-0 over the Merchants. Run in the first and a run in the 3rd. 1-1 pitch. And Jeremiah reaches for it. Here comes Daniel Patterson from 3rd, and the throw over to first. Rodriguez has it for the first out. Jeremiah will ground out 5-3, 1 away in the 4th.
Great rotation by the Foresters defense as well. You see Patterson charging that ground ball, and Pompey covering 3rd base on the back end just in case Thames tries to swipe an extra 90 feet. Perfectly executed, and 1 out now for the Sturs.
Here's Jack Rogers, batting from the left side. The right side, pardon me, struck out swinging. The lone strikeout victim against Hamilton today. First pitch, and this ball is over too short. Here's TJ Pompey, looks to 3rd, but throws to first for the 2nd out. Rogers, 1 pitch, and the 2nd out in the 4th, but Thames does advance to 3rd, but 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting for the Merchants.
And that's exactly how you bounce back from a leadoff walk and a stolen base. You get 2 quick outs on 2 ground balls. Hamilton's done a very nice job keeping the ball out of the air, and that's allowed for limited damage overall. 2 outs.
There are arms up in the bullpen. Looks like it's Ty Baker, we were informed, will be pitching today at some point of the ball game. Hamilton has done very well, and here is Kai Young. There's the first pitch, and it will miss for ball 1. 2-0 our score. Top of the 4th, 2 gone, Wyatt Thames. First man to reach scoring position, the first man to get to 3rd as well, the 1-0. And Young rolls this one over to the backhand and the forehand of TJ Pompey, but the throw not in time. That's going to be an infield single for Kai Young. He's going to bring in Wyatt Thames from 3rd. We are now, the lead for the Sturs cut in half. 2-1 our score, top of the 4th.
And that's one of those plays where if it does get out of the reach of Daniel Patterson, then there is no play. That's exactly what happens. TJ Pompey, a great late effort, trying to make something happen, but not in time. An RBI single for you.
Here's Aiden Tackless. First run in for the Merchants, 2-1 our score. Here's the pitch, and Tackless sees a ball high, 1-0. To the right fielder, ground into a double play first time up, which was in the second. Hudson Hamilton looking to get out of this inning. Runs scored for the Merchants, 2-1. Runner goes from first to second. It's a good jump. Taman has a good throw, and down there at second, the ball was in and out of the glove of Pompey. Maybe had a chance to slap it on him, but the stolen bag.
That's a perfect throw from Ryan Taman, right on the money, but Pompey cannot find it in the back of his web and apply the tag in time. Merchants have a chance to tie this game with a base hit.
Aggressive running from the Merchants. Entering today, they're 21 of 30. Stolen bags and attempts. 1-1 pitch, Tackless with a miss, 1-2.
And rarely do you see the Foresters get run on a lot. They usually do the run in. But today, this inning, 2 stolen bases that have gotten the Merchants back in it.
It was the leadoff man. Thames worked a walk and a stolen bag. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a check swing. Able to lay off his Tackless, 2-2.
Very nice changeup from Hudson Hamilton. It is that natural tail away from the left-handed batter. He got Tackless to bite on the pitch that resulted in 2 strikes, but that time he holds up.
2 down, and it's second. Here is the 2-2 pitch from Hudson, the 2-2 pitch, and he went around. Couldn't lay off of that one, and Aiden Tackless strikes out. Or the final out of the inning. The Merchants, they push in a run. 2-1 our score, going to the home half of the 4th.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We have our first pitch and change. Nevin Lee will now enter the left-handed pitcher to face Patterson Rodriguez Freeman. 2-1 our score. Stirs on top. Bottom of the 4th. Patterson will lead things off the first pitch, and the breaking ball misses high, ball 1.
And talk about a different look for the Foresters on the track, man. We were stunned to see a fastball in the 60s from the left side, very crafty with a looping curveball. Will be a tough adjustment.
1-0 pitch popped up. Foul ground and out of play. You have to count 1-1. Patterson today has a ground out to short in the second. This is actually the second time he's leading off today. Led off in that second inning. But Jordan Bolden, his time complete on the hill, going 3 innings. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Patterson on a slow breaking ball over too short. Jeremiah cannot get there. The shortstop, and that ball will get through a leadoff base hit, and Patterson reaches for the first time today.
Now batting for the Foresters,
It's easy to get happy and your eyes to light up when you see that slow pitch over the middle, but Patty does a great job staying on his back foot, trusting his hands, and punching one right up the middle. Ball hit hard.
Here's Johnny Rodriguez. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Johnny has ground out to third, but a leadoff base runner for Santa Barbara. First pitch from Lee to Johnny, and Rodriguez will take it high, ball 1. The 4 innings being played, 3 out of the 4. Leadoff man aboard for Santa Barbara, leading 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. The first pitch and change, and Lee, the 1-0 pitch, and Rodriguez fouls it back, 1-1.
Might have been a little high, but Rodriguez seen that ball up in the zone and trying to hammer it. Looks like we may have Markle pinch hitting on deck next at bat.
And Markle is on deck. 1-1 pitch, and a breaking ball missing away. Left-handed batter, 2-1 for Johnny. At first is Patterson. We'll see if the Sturs try to make a jump to second with Patty. Here's a 2-1. There he goes, and Rodriguez hits this one in the right field. Tackless makes the catch that might double him up at first. The throw over. Is it in time? No. Able to get back is Patterson to avoid a double play with Rodriguez. Fly out in the right.
And when you see the ball come in slow, it tends to also be hit out slow. That ball was not hit hard from Johnny Rodriguez, even though he found mostly barrel. And with Patty stealing, almost gets doubled up, but good awareness to get back in time.
Yeah, great running from Patterson. And here is Drew Markle now to hit for Jackson Freeman. We did see Freeman hit in his lone plate appearance, so we hope he's all right in this early change, but Markle now to hit. Man at first, 1 away. First pitch, and now Patterson leaves in a rundown between second and third. Do they apply the tag? And yes, they do. And caught off of first base is Patterson. Wasn't doubled up on the flyout in, all right, but he was caught in between first and second. Now 2 gone for Drew Markle.
That cannot happen. Sometimes you catch a guy leaning, especially with the lefty and Lee on the bump and out in between the bases.
Markle swing and a miss. That is strike number 1 for Drew. So the base is now clear. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Markle, hitting for the first time today, and another whiff and a miss, strike 2.
Couple of breaking balls that Drew Markle sees. We talk about the unlucky nature that it feels like Markle's ran into. Swinging at the first pitch, hitting the ball hard, but finding gloves more often than not.
0-2, and Markle sees one down low. Good take. Ball 1. Drew's able to reach. Ryan Tannen will be on deck for Santa Barbara. They lead 2-1, bottom of 4. Only 2 batters to face. Nevin Lee, first reliever out of the bullpen. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and Markle sees it away. 2-2.
Good take from Drew Markle to get back into this count. Only batting 162 on the season. A hit would be a big confidence booster.
2-2, and this one is over to second base. Wetzel off one. Hop fields it and throws out Drew Markle at first. So Nevin Lee gives up a lead-off single to Daniel Patterson, but only has to face 3 in his first inning of work. 4 in the books. We go to 5. Sturs lead 2-1.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Leading things off in the 5th inning will be Jordan Bolden, who got the start today on the hill. And the Merchants dropped to 9, but Bolden now serving as the DH will lead things off today. He's got a ground out to first. His team trails by a run going to the top of the 5th. Here's the first pitch and foul back. That is strike one. We've also got a defensive change for the Sturs. Jonas Sebring now in at right field, and Markle dead away in center after Drew hit for Freeman, who was playing out in right. Hudson Hamilton remains in the ballgame on the hill. Second pitch, and this one is chopped foul to the third base dugout. And that is strike two, and now DH Bolden.
Pretty cool for a guy like Bolden. Traditionally in college, once you exit the game at one position, you're done for the day, but he still gets to hit.
Which is pretty cool seeing the Merchants drop to 9, having the pitcher hit old school. The 0-2, and swinging and missing. Nasty pitch from Hamilton, and he sits down the DH Bolden.
Now batting for the Merchants,
Beautiful slider on the outer half. It's Hamilton's third strikeout. He's looked great with little run support here today.
It is a 2-1 game. Great starting pitching from the Sturs, and Hamilton in his third start, he only threw 7 1/3 entering today. But here's Luke Piazza. First pitch swinging, 0-1.
Get me over fastball. Starting to attack. That's been a great quality from Hamilton as we've moved towards the latter stages of this game.
In this game, game 1 of a 3-game homestand for the Santa Barbara Foresters. The 0-1 pitch, Piazza takes strike 2. Another good pitch from Hamilton.
And he really does have 4 pitches, Hunter, that he could command in any count. It's a great quality from a pitcher. We've seen all 4 at the same frequency today.
0-2, and Piazza will take away. 1-2 our count. Atticus Gonzalez will await on deck for the Merchants. It's a 2-1 game. Top of the 5th, 1 away, and the base is clear. Hamilton has struck out 2 consecutive batters going back to the last inning. There's a 1-2 pitch, and Piazza lifts into center field. Markle moves in and is able to make the catch out in center. 2 up, 2 down for Hamilton.
Some more weak contact that Hamilton has initiated off the end of the bat to the center fielder, Drew Markle, who covers so much ground out there in center. Makes a nice play. Another quick 2 outs for Hudson Hamilton.
The majority of his outing, he's gotten the first 2 Merchants retired. That is the case here in the 5th. Atticus Gonzalez 0 for 1 today. Here's the first pitch, and the breaking ball is in there. Nothing and 1. Great first pitch.
Such an amazing quality to start at bats with any of the 4 pitches. Easy to get complacent as a pitcher, allowing for you to be very predictable, but Hamilton's done the exact opposite.
0-1, now 0-2. Wicked stuff from Hudson. He's ahead with 2 gone in the 5th.
You know, manager Pintard talked about it, how many arms they have on this Forester team, the confidence, the reliability in all of them to come out any given day and pitch a gem.
2 gone, base is clear. The 0-2 pitch. Gonzalez sees a ball away. Hamilton, he thought he had strike 3, but it's ball 1.
Was walking off the mound ready to get the bats in the dugout, Hunter, but he'll have to throw one more to put a stamp on this one.
Or Gonzalez, he had a line out into right, first time up, and Freeman was out there. But now Jonas Sebring sliding over into right field defensively. 1-2 pitch, and that will go through Taman's legs for ball 2.
And you don't want to lose focus after a pitch on the black misses just a bit outside. Continue to attack. That's what pitching coach Ryan Kramer, you can only assume, will be telling Hamilton here.
It's been another sunny day in Santa Barbara. 2 quick outs. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and Gonzalez checks swing, but takes strike 3, and Hudson Hamilton sits down 3 in the 5th. Great work from the starting pitcher. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Santa Barbara lead 2-1 over the Merchants.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the 5th, Santa Barbara still lead 2-1. Taman, Bollinger, and Peterson scheduled for Bill Pintard. Still just nursing that 2-1 lead. They put up a run in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd, but other than that, a couple base hits, nothing much offensively.
Earlier on in this game, Hunter, we talked about how we were flying here at Eddie Matthews Field. That is still the case into the bottom of the 5th.
First pitch, and it's missing away from Nevin Lee, who remains in this ball game. He was the first reliever, not just for the Merchants, but in the game. Came in for Jordan Bolin, who went 3 and lead back out for his 2nd inning. Damon leading off the 1-0 pitch, and Ryan will take ball 2 high and away.
Ryan Taman had an awesome at-bat in his first AB, ripping a double down the left field line on an off-speed pitch. Likely we'll see more off-speed with Lee on the mound here.
So came around to score, and the 3rd pitch whiff and a miss for strike 1. He also led things off in that 3rd inning when the Sturs put up their 2nd run. He's got a chance here to get on base again. Wind's now favorable, blowing out towards the outfield. The 2-1 pitch, and this ball's lifted out over the first base dugout. Strike 2.
Good fight from Taman. Very difficult to stay back on that slow, methodical curveball. Taman look for a 2-out knock.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 away to Ryan. Full count. Jack Bollinger will be on deck. Taman reached base second time today. Evan Lee. He comes set. 3-2 pitch. Taman will stay alive, just lifting it over the stands to the right of home plate. Do it again.
It's a great fight from Ryan Taman, and this is an at-bat, Hunter, earlier on in the season where Taman may not be able to last as long, being able to see more pitches, foul, battle. His at-bats have looked so much better.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Taman stays alive again. Right back behind home plate, was fouled. Means 3-2. Fight here from Ryan Taman. The Stars entering today 8-5. Game back from the Conejo Oaks. Top to CCL South. Here's the pitch, and it will end up hitting Ryan. Would have been ball 4, but Ryan will reach base for the second time today, and that hit by pitch brought to us by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Leadoff man aboard yet again for Santa Barbara. Can they capitalize? We saw that in the last scene. Patterson nearly got doubled up. Rodriguez fly out into right, but was caught in a rundown. Taman aboard. Here's Jack Bollinger. Same spot for Jack with a runner in front of him. First time he stood up. Looks for a bunt. Sees a breaking ball. 1-0.
A ton of off speed. Very difficult as hitters, and especially these Forster guys that come from top D1, seeing fastballs in the low 90s almost every day, and then adjusting to a very slow repertoire.
There's a second pitch, and it will miss for ball 2. And Bollinger, he's ahead in the count. Batting out of the 9 spot, he had to pop up to short. First time up for Jack. 2-1 our score, Stars in the lead. Here's the pitch, and Bollinger sees a breaking ball for a strike from Evan Lee. 2-1.
In 2-0, you're looking for a fastball, something to hammer, do damage with. Great curveball on the outside corner. Bollinger wants none of that.
Jack back to first base. Taman back. Means 2 balls and a strike. The Stars seeing the Merchants for the first and only time this season these two teams will meet. Couple looks over to first. 2-1 pitch. And Bollinger will take a strike. 2-2. He's looking for a bunt. But takes strike 2 regardless.
Bollinger pulled it back, Hunter, because he thought it was ball 4. Not too pleased by that borderline strike call being called. Now full count, looking to find a way on base. Only 2-2 here.
Here's the pitch, and Jack reaches for it. It's back to the mound. Lee going to second base for the force out, and they get the runner at second. No, they did not. Runner at second safe. Taman advances to second base. After the pitcher Lee electing to throw to second, try to get a force out, and Bollinger, as a result, will reach base.
Looked like an error on the pitcher, an easy throw. Simple PFP work to the force out at second, but throws it away, and a free rally for the Forsters with a hit by pitch and then an error.
So Taman at second. Bollinger, the 9-hole hitter, at first. Here's Peterson, and he takes a ball high, 1-0, and now a chance here for the Stars. Offensively, haven't been rolling on all cylinders compared to last night's game. They got a lot of base runners late. They're going to find some knocks here, driving some runs. Still no outs. Second pitch is in there, 1-1 now.
1 to measure, 1 to rake. That time, Caden Peterson measuring the curveball down the middle. Now a chance to really capitalize.
1-1 pitch. Peterson on a breaking ball, lifts it in the right. Tackless slides over to his left, makes the squeeze, and holding at second is Taman. So runners hold, and Peterson flies out in the right. Or the first out. 1 away, bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for your Forsters. The
Forsters have been in these positions where you need a productive out and haven't really been able to execute. Manager Pintard talked about it in the last home game. he really loved how the approach was get a guy over, get him in, and they were constantly executing those situations that you only see in baseball where even if hits aren't at a premium, you still can manufacture runs, and Forster's looking to get back to that identity.
Here's Sebring. First pitch to Jonah, and it's a good one in there for a strike. Jonah today, the near home run, ends up being a flyout in the left, an RBI base hit in the third to score the second run of the day for the Sturs. They lead 2-1, but threatening here. 2 aboard, only a single out. Here's the pitch as Sebring ropes this one down the left field line. That ball is fair. Taman from second will score. And going to third base is Jack Bollinger. Runners on the corners, and Jonah Sebring yet another RBI single. Sturs now lead 3-1 over the Merchants.
Jonah Sebring comes through again. And a great effort by the third baseman, Young, just getting a glove on that one. If that rolls all the way to the corner, it's scoring too easily, and Sebring would be sniffing a triple, but holds it to a single, keeps the ball at bay and just a little bit past him, but an RBI nonetheless for Sebring. Staying hot.
Second RBI base hit for Jonah today. Runners now on the corners for TJ Pompey. Jack back to first base, and Sebring had a already lead at first base, slides in, but Piazza, no sense in trying to slap down the tag. 3-1 our score. TJ still waits the first pitch. Here it is. It's a ball, 1-0.
Good take there from TJ Pompey. Big hole on the right side of the infield. TJ, such a good hitter. Keeping his weight back, could punch one right through that hole.
1-0 pitch, and this ball is in the left center field. Can the left fielder get there? Rogers, no, he cannot. That ball falls in left. That is an RBI single for TJ Pompey, scoring Bollinger from third. 4-1 our score, and the train keeps on rolling for the Sturs. Here comes Jack Holman.
Another great job, not getting too greedy, not over swinging, looking for base hits that just keep the line moving. TJ Pompey does exactly that, a single to center field. Now the big power hitter, Jack Holman, has a chance to make it a crooked number here in the fifth.
2 runs in, a couple RBIs as well. Those RBIs brought to us by Gold's Gym. Thanks for Gold's for sponsoring those RBIs. Here's the first pitch. Runners go. Play at third base. No throw down from Gonzalez, who was looking to gun down Sebring at third. But 2 now in scoring position. Only a single out and 2 runs in. This could be a turning point in this ball game if the Sturs can drive in these 2 runners.
Absolutely, Hunter, and we've seen Sebring time and time again dance off of second base. Once the pitcher looks home, he takes off. A phenomenal base runner and a crucial 90 feet for Sebring.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Holman will see a breaking ball down, ball 2. Only a single out here. Holman driving Sebring from third. Jack today ground into a fielder's choice. Also a ground out to third. 2-0 pitch. Holman nearly gets hit. Sees a fastball in, ball 3.
And Jack Holman's the type of hitter that gets the green light in a 3-0 count. I would expect manager Pintard to have him swing away here.
Patterson is on deck. Only a single out, 3-0 pitch, and Holman, he will get hit to load up the bases. Jack to first. He is okay. Not hit by pitch. Brought to us by our friends at Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So Holman is hit to load up the bags. Sebring third, Pompey second. Jack now at first, and we'll have a conference on the hill for the infield. And Nevin Lee looking to refocus out on the hill. The batter will be Daniel Patterson. Last night, he had a crack at it with the bases loaded down in Pasadena. Took it on a ride in the left field. Came up just short of the slam, but a chance just to drive in some runs here with only a single out.
Saw Daniel Patterson a few games ago come up with the bases loaded and strike out when the Forsters had a chance to really put the game away. It feels like a chance here for Patterson.
Here's the first pitch, and Patty will take a strike on a breaking ball, 0-1. Daniel today, a ground out to short. base hit last time up, which was in the last inning. Already 2 runs in, 4-1 our score, 1 out. Here's a pitch. Patterson grounds this one to the third baseman, but he can't make the play. That ball gets in the left field. 1 run in. Looking to score from second is Pompey. 2 runs in on that sequence, and the Sturs now lead 6-1. The ball gets away from the catcher. Play at third. Did they get an out at third base? No. Holman is able to advance all the way to third, and as a result, Patterson goes to second. And the ball came home, got away from the catcher and the pitcher, it seemed. Now 2 still remain in scoring position with 2 runs in.
And it looked like that might be a routine double play, but Young cannot feel that it goes by him and scores 2 more. Holman advancing to third, Patterson to second on the poor throw. A disaster there from the Merchants, and a crooked number indeed.
That's going to bring up Rodriguez with only 1 out still. Sees a breaking ball in there for a strike. Nothing in 1. And the pitch to Johnny, and Johnny sees a breaking ball. Missing inside for a ball, 1-1. So 2 runs in on that play, and you said it, and could have maybe been a double play. Third baseman Young couldn't handle it. As a result, 2 runs come in to score, and Patterson advancing all the way to second. 1-1 pitch, and the fastball is popped up left side. Here is Young, the third baseman, camps out under it and makes the squeeze in the infield dirt. 2 gone.
It's been a frustrating day at the plate for Johnny Rodriguez. Now 0 for 3. And there, that's one you want to get into the outfield, score a run, but still a chance with Drew Markle here with 2 outs.
And that last sequence, 2 errors assessed. Patterson reaching on the error initially, then the errant throw, which allowed both base runners to advance in a scoring position. First pitch now, Drew Markle. He sees it away, ball 1. So no RBIs for Patterson on that play. Reaching on the E5 and then advancing on another error to second. So 1-0 for Drew, who was hit first time up. And this breaking ball into center field. That ball will actually fall down to the glove of the second baseman, Wetzel. Looked like that ball had a little more steam in the center, but the second baseman, Wetzel, makes the squeeze. The pair stranded in scoring position. But here in the 5th, the Sturs push in 4, and they now lead 6-1 through the 5 innings. We go to the 6th, Sturs in command by 5 runs. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just 1 stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. Hudson Hamilton will remain in this ball game for the Sturs. He's going to face 9-1-2 due up in this inning. And the Sturs, after 4 runs in the 5th, now lead 6-1 going to the 6th inning. Brady Wetzel will stand in just the 2nd time. And Hudson Hamilton has been rolling back out for his 6th inning. First pitch looks to lay down a bunt, and that ball goes right back to Taman. Not the place where you want to be hit. That's strike 1.
Ump will take a long walk out there to Hudson Hamilton and give Ryan Taman a minute. hoping he's okay. But last inning, Hunter, it was characterized by the Alameda Merchant errors. See the E5 that plated 2 runs, and earlier on in the inning, Jack Bollinger reached via error. 3 in 1 inning is unacceptable if you're a ball club.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Wetzel sees a fastball high, 1-1. That's where the Sturs were able to capitalize, especially yesterday. Arroyo Seco had a lot of errors early in that ball game, which allowed the Sturs to inch their way out to a 5-0 lead through the first 2 innings. But the 1-1 pitch, and Wetzel sees a ball in, 2-1. We do have 2 arms up. Looks like just a single arm tossing in the bullpen. Looks like Ty Baker would be the first man to relieve Hudson Hamilton whenever that time comes. Leadoff man Wetzel does have a base hit today. It's 1 for 1. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, 2-2.
Good looking slider there, down 2-1. Getting back into the count. And now with 5 runs of run support, Hudson Hamilton can become even more attack.
2-2 pitch, down low, full count. On deck is Wyatt Thames, top of the order. Hudson Hamilton has been phenomenal. Just given up 2 hits so far today. Another Merchant reached on error. 1 has worked a walk against Hudson. Comes set, leadoff man Wetzel. Sees the payoff pitch. And Wetzel drills this one past the shortstop Pompey into center field. And Brady Wetzel now 2 for 2 today. And he entered today 1 for 15. And he has his second and third hits of the season. Well done from the 9-hole hitter. Leadoff knock for the Merchants.
And that was an almost identical sequence, Hunter. Down in the count was Hudson Hamilton, knowing it's the 9-hole hitter in the box, and he throws a challenge fastball right down the middle, but Wetzel both times putting a great swing on it, and he's 2 for 2.
Here's Wyatt Thames, top of the order. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. 6-1 our score. Here's the first pitch, high, ball 1. Thames ground out to third. Worked a leadoff walk in the 4th and scored the only run for the Merchants today. 6-1 our score, top of the 6th. Here's the 1-0, and Thames will take a ball down, 2-0.
Thames, a ton of speed at the top. You see that on both sides. When he got on base in the 3rd, that threat was very prominent. Forster's looking to keep him off.
2-0 pitch, and Thames will see ball 3. Hudson Hamilton giving up the leadoff base hit to Wetzel. 3 straight balls to the man at the top of the order. Jace Jeremiah on deck, in a strike.
3-0 count for Hudson Hamilton, up by 5. We talked about that newfound run support after last inning. No excuse to not challenge him here.
3-0 pitch, and that one misses high, well high, and that ball bouncing heavily off the outfield, or the fence just behind home plate, and that is a 4-pitch walk for Wyatt Thames, and that puts 2 aboard, and here comes Ryan Kramer out of the first base dugout.
I was just going to say, there's obviously a lot of trust in Hudson Hamilton, and that's why Kramer is going out there. Still give him a chance to finish this inning, but also knowing that you don't want a crooked number to come across and make this game closer than it should be.
Current score 6-1. It was a tight game until the last inning. It's 2-1, but 4 runs in the last inning for the Sturs to make it a 6-1 lead. And the Merchants put up their lone run in the 4th. Conversation completed for the pitching coach, Ryan Kramer. Especially for him and his staff. The extra couple games for the next 3 weeks. Really start to find a rotation. Have certain guys hot and cold every day in the bullpen, so you know when you might be pitching. We've seen Ty Baker warming, the first man out. But 2 aboard and no outs. Here's Jace Jeremiah. First pitch over to short. Pompey off the ground. There's 1 at second base. Will it be 2? No, it was not. It was a slow hit ground ball. But they do get a first out on the first out at second base. Runners on the corners.
6-4 put out for out number 1. Even that play at second base was very close. Forrester's fortunate to get one.
Jack Rogers.
Now Jack Rogers will step up. He's 0 for 2 today.
A K and a ground out 2 short. Brady Wetzel had the leadoff single, now at third. Jeremiah reaching on the fielder's choice at first. Here's the first pitch. Down and away, ball 1. And Rogers, the higher averages on the year, both him and Kai Young. When you look at the order for the Merchants, man with the biggest sample size is Wyatt Thames. He's gone on base twice today. Jack back to first base. And safely is Jeremiah Jace.
It's a good pickoff move from Hudson Hamilton. Keeping the runner close. A double play gets the Foresters out of it.
Merchants entering today playing well. They have won 3 straight games. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Looks like he thought the runner was going to go to second. Jack Rogers, but it's 2-0.
Put his bat completely down. You talked about maybe a stolen base happening. Maybe he thought somebody called time. Just a little confusion, but a ball from Hamilton.
Jack back to first base. Already seen a pickoff from each starting pitcher today. Hudson Hamilton actually got Brady Wenzel, who's at third in the 3rd inning. Remains 2-0 with the left fielder, Jack Rogers. Wind blowing out towards center field. Here's the pitch, and this ball is taken into right. That is a base hit. It will fall in front of Jonas Sebring. RBI base hit for Jack Rogers. It is now a 6-2 ball game. Merchants pick up their second run.
This has been the first inning for Hamilton where he struggled. Will be interesting, Hunter, to see how long of a leash he has. There's obviously a fine line between letting your pitcher figure it out and letting the game slip away. As Ty Baker looks like he's now loose down there in the pen.
Here's Kai Young. 1 away, 2 aboard. Here's the pitch, and Young, we're ripping a miss, strike 1. Kai Young, you reached on E4 in the second, was erased in a double play and had an RBI single in the 4th to score Wyatt Thames, which pushed in the first run for the Merchants of the ball game. They have Jeremiah at second, Rogers after his RBI single at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Young will foul it back, strike 2.
Phenomenal job by Hamilton to get back into the strike zone. And now 0-2 can go with that deadly curveball or that slider. Both have been working great here today.
Shadows getting a little bit longer. Santa Barbara High School comes a big 0-2 pitch to the third baseman, and Young checks swing, takes a ball, 1-2.
There was that curveball, Hunter. A pearl 0-2. Don't want it to be in the strike zone. It falls just beneath. But a good take by Young. We'll see where Hamilton goes here.
A run in for the Merchants, 6-2 our score. The 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Hudson Hamilton strikes out Kai Young, his 5th K of his outing. 2 gone, top of the 6th.
Now batting for the Merchants.
Looks like he went to the slider there. We talked about the curveball slider combo, even a little bit of a cutter mixed in. 2 down for Hudson Hamilton. Chance to get through 6 innings of baseball. Would get a huge round of applause from the Sturs.
There's Aiden Tackless, 0 for 2 today. Back to second base at Jace Jeremiah. First pitch, have to wait. Stepping off on the hill. Tackless ground into that double play in the 2nd inning. That erased leadoff man Kai Young on the error. He also struck out against Hudson Hamilton. Hamilton looking to induce a ground ball right here. First pitch, and it's a fastball right down the middle, 0-1.
First pitch strike from Hudson Hamilton. 1 out away. Getting out of the 6th inning and completing a brilliant start on the mound.
0-1 for the right fielder, Tackless. Hamilton, a bit of a longer look in to Ryan Taman, steps off. Game 1 of 3 here, Santa Barbara High School for the Foresters. Take on the Ventura Pirates tomorrow. Back to second. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Tackless. Tackless sees it in, 1-1.
Hudson Hamilton today, too. Hunter has shown a lot more confidence on the bump. Both of his starts haven't been deep into the ball game. We've seen 3-4 innings, and today, pushing into the 6th, the arm finally loose, and the stuff looks so much better.
1-1 pitch, and that one's through the legs of Taman. Runners advance into scoring position. 2 now at second and third. Hamilton has to be careful here. Does not want to lose or give up any hits here to Tackless. It's 2-1 with 2 out. Already a run in for the Merchants.
And that is a huge 90 feet, Hunter, for both runners. A base hit now puts the Merchants right back into this ball game.
It's right after the Stirs put up 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Now in the top of the 6th inning. Best offensive look all game long right here for the Merchants. Comes with 2 out, 2 in scoring position. And Tackless, a 2 balls, 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. Tackless over to second base. Bollinger fields it. And a good play from Jack at second to retire the side. Tackless grounds out to the second baseman. But a run does come in for the Merchants. Score remains 6-2. Go to the bottom half of the 6th. Taman, Bollinger, Caden Peterson coming on up for Santa Barbara.
Our staff will be coming around to sell tickets.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Stirs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
Bottom of 6, Ryan Taman will lead things off, having a great day for himself. He's reached base twice and actually scored 2 of the 6 runs on the scoreboard for Santa Barbara. 6-2 our score. First pitch to Ryan. It will miss down low for ball 1. And Nevin Lee, first reliever for the Merchants today, still remaining on the hill. The southpaw reliever entered in the 4th inning for Jordan Bolden. It's also the DH, went 3. Second pitch, and a breaking ball in there for a strike to even up the count. 1-1 for Ryan.
Ryan's had 2 very nice ABs. You talk about Lee still being in there. Lee plunked Taman last time through.
1-1 pitch, and Taman on a breaking ball into right center field. Big high ball, but Tackless slides over into the gap and makes a squeeze. A sand wedge out there in right center field. Results in the fly out to right for Ryan Taman. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Look from our angle, Hunter, that he caught a little bit more barrel than that ball seemed to find, with it kind of dying down out there near the 375 marker in right center. Another nice at-bat, though, from Ryan Taman. Hard hit contact every time through.
Here's Jack Bollinger on the first pitch. Grounds it over to the second baseman. Wetzel could not field it cleanly. Add a lot of ground to cover, and Jack will reach with 1 away in the 6th.
Now batting for your Foresters, the
Nice job by Jack Bollinger, and batting out of the left-handed batter's box, a ton of speed, busting down the first base line and beating it out.
Go down as a hit for Jack, so 1-out knock for Bollinger. His first hit of the ball game. It's going to bring around top of the order and Caden Peterson. Long look over to Jack. Here's the first pitch. Caden, ball away. In the 6-2 ball game, Sturs did well to limit the damage only to a single run in the top half of this inning. Those a couple more runs came around, would have been a lot different feeling the rest of the way. Check back to first base, no issue for Jack over there at first. 1-0 pitch, and Peterson swing and a miss, 1-1.
Good hack from Caden Peterson. These Forster hitters, they've had their eyes light up when they see that curveball over the middle. That time, though, a swing through.
Check back to first base, Bollinger slides in. The way this ball game started with two starting pitchers picking off a runner. One was in the second, actually, the other one was in the third. Been interesting. Here's Peterson, pops up in left center field, and sliding over is Jack Rogers, left fielder, and makes the catch, or the second out in the 6th inning. Peterson, fly out into left.
Just been a lot of weak contact from the Foresters when they've been facing Lee. Their success from a run production standpoint has come from taking advantage of the Merchants' mistakes rather than piecing together base hits themselves. But still find themselves ahead 6-2. And you've seen, Hunter, the base hits that they've found against Lee have actually been hit a lot softer than the ones in the outfield.
Some of the base hits today coming from this man right here. Sebring will take a first pitch strike. He is 2 for 3. 2 RBI base hits for Jonah this afternoon. He stands in, man at first, 2 gone. Bottom of the 6th, 6-2, our score. 0-1, and Sebring into center field. That's well hit, tracking back his Thames at the wall, and he's able to make the catch right in front of the wall. Sebring, for the second time today, gives it a ride into the outfield. Comes up a few feet short both times, and the side retired. On our way to the 7th, Sturs leads 6-2 over the Merchants.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We head to the 7th from Santa Barbara High School, 6-2. Our score, Sturs lead. A couple changes for Bill Pintard. Ty Baker will now enter for Hudson Hamilton. The starter went 6 innings. Also defensively now at second base, Addison Klepsch for Jack Bollinger. So Ty Baker, the right-handed pitcher who we were expected to see here today from Ryan Kramer, the pitching coach, now enters to face the DH. And one's pitcher, Jordan Bolden, swing and a miss, and Ty Baker's outing underway.
And Ty Baker, only 4 innings of work this season, but the fastball, very vibrant, lower 90s, and he attacks hitters nicely.
The 0-1 missing in. The right-handed batter, Bolden. Even up the count 1-1. Quality stuff today from Hudson Hamilton, going 6, limiting the Merchants to only 2 runs. He struck out 5 in his 6 innings. Now Baker, 1-1 pitch, and Bolden sees it down low, 2-1.
Hudson Hamilton deserves a round of applause for his outing. Only 2 runs allowed, and turns it over now to the bullpen, who's been very reliable this season.
2-1 pitch, and Bolden will see ball 3 down low. On deck, Luca Piazza, also scheduled Atticus Gonzalez here in the 7th. Again, Klepshin at second base now. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Bolden will see ball 4, and that is a lead-off walk for the Alameda Merchants, and they have their lead-off batter aboard.
Lead-off runner for the Merchants. Baker looking to get back into the strike zone. Up by 4. We talk about those insurance runs, very valuable, as the Foresters bullpen in many moments this season is pitched with close leads. Today it's a little wider and gives them more freedom.
Here's Luke Piazza, and at first, no outs. First pitch, left-handed batter, missing away, ball 1. Piazza ground out to second and a fly out to center. Drew Markle is currently out in center. Did not start the ball game, but entered for Jackson Freeman was Jonas Liebering sliding over to right. 1-0 pitch, and Piazza whiffing a miss, 1-1.
Great pitch. Downward dart, that changeup looked like from Ty Baker. 3-pitch guy, we'll use all of them, but that fastball, the most effective.
Here's the 1-1, breaking ball over to second to short. Took a funny hop. Pompey does it himself over to second and is able to turn 2. Pompey, good read there after it deflected off the hill, and the double play to eliminate that lead-off walk. 2 gone in the 7th.
You talked about that bounce off the mound. Very fortunate. Right to TJ Pompey. Makes it look easy. A Sunday hop into the glove. 2 down for the Foresters.
This is Atticus Gonzalez. Space is now cleared, 2 down. First pitch, breaking ball's in there, nothing in 1.
Beautiful curveball to start off the at-bat. The natural 12-6. Starts at almost the head of the batter and finishes near the knees.
Ty taking a moment out on the hill for Baker. Last time we saw him was on the 20th. The 0-1, and the fastball misses low. 1-1 for Baker in that outing against the Conejo Oaks when the Sturs dropped that decision 2-4. Went 2 innings, gave up a hit, 2 runs, neither of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck 1 out his last outing. 1-1 pitch, and that breaking ball looking nice, 1-2.
Another beautiful curveball from Ty Baker. Continues to showcase that secondary stuff. Now 1 strike away.
2 gone. 1-2 pitch, and Gonzalez strikes out. Ty Baker only has to see 3, give up the leadoff walk, but the double play and the K to retire the side. Stretch time from Santa Barbara. Sturs lead by 4.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Santa Barbara Foresters remain on top 6-2. Bottom of the 7th. Pompey, Holman, Patterson coming up with Nevin Lee remaining on the hill for his 4th inning.
Yeah, Lee's been phenomenal out of the bullpen. The Merchants, only thing that has really plagued them has been those errors. If you look at it from a pure pitching standpoint, from a pure at-bat standpoint, they've played a very solid baseball game, but those errors have cost them. Now Pompey stepping up, a hit his last time through.
First delivery from Lee, and the breaking ball's lined straight to the third baseman. Kai Young just has to snare that ball mid-air, one pitch, and TJ Pompey lines out to Kai Young at third.
TJ Pompey got that hanging curveball on the inner half of the plate and ripped it to third, but nice play.
Here is Jack Holman. One away, bases clear, bottom of 7, Stirs by 4, 6-2 our score. First pitch, and Holman sees a big breaking ball. Slow velo on that one, in there for a strike.
It's almost an ephus, Hunter. Coming in very slow, so hard to time up, and Holman looked at it like he's never seen anything like it before.
0-1. Another breaking ball ripped foul down the right field line. Strike 2.
And that time caught a barrel, but very difficult to keep that in play.
Or Jack, his second look at Lee. He was hit first time up against Nevin Lee. Down the count, 0-2. There's a breaking ball missing down and in, 1-2. That last one coming in at 59 miles an hour, that breaking ball to Holman. Lee comes set, retiring the first man he faced. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Holman fights it off, stays alive.
Good fight from Jack Holman. Now 2 strikes. And not a lot of production from Holman so far, but the at-bats continue to look very good. And it speaks to why he's had such a great start to the season.
1-2 pitch, and Holman on the breaking ball off one hop to the second baseman, Wetzel. Jack did his best to try to barrel up that one, but grounds out to second. 2 gone.
Sponsored by Pacific Press, number 8, the third baseman.
Here's Daniel Patterson. Bottom of the 7th, bases clear, 2 out. Patterson having himself a good day. Ground out to short. Got a base hit. Also reached on an error. That was that costly error in the 5th, which drove in 2 runs. Stirs pushed in 4 in that inning. And Patty takes a ball high and away, 1-0.
And if the traditional play is made, if it wasn't an E5, that might be a double play that ends the inning, and the Foresters are in a position now only up 2. It was crucial and game-defining, to say the least.
On a breaking ball, Patterson slices it out of play down the right field line at a 1-2 count. Daniel's able to reach. Johnny Rodriguez awaits on deck. Nevin Lee trying to have a 1-2-3 7th inning. 1-1 pitch, and Patterson sees it away, ball 2.
Job by Patterson getting ahead. He's reached 2 of the 3 times he's been up today. Looking for that second hit right here.
2-1 pitch, and Daniel pops it up right center field, and sliding over is tackless and moving in, makes the squeeze, and Nevin Lee in his 4th inning of relief has a 1-2-3 7th. We head to the 8th. Stirs lead 6-2 over the Merchants. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
To the 8th, Wetzel tames Jeremiah 9-1-2. Coming up for the Merchants, it's a 6-2 lead for the Sturs, and Ty Baker, who only had to face 3 in his first inning, remains on the hill, first and only man out of the bullpen so far today.
Baker looking to keep it going. Very efficient last inning, a strikeout. Retired all 3 batters.
First pitch to Wetzel is a strike, 0-1 for Brady. Entering today, 1 for 15, but he's gone 2 for 2 and also a run scored for the Merchants. He's been very good out of the 9 spot. The 0-1 pitch, and Wetzel will try to lay off of it, but takes strike 2.
And Ryan Taman's been taking a beating back there. That's 2 now. Not out of the most comfortable area, to say the least. And another long walk from the catcher. You sign up for it when you're a catcher, but difficult. Never gets easier.
Oh, a couple marks high on his legs. It's 0-2 for the leadoff man, Wetzel. Standing back in, and Ty Baker winds up the 0-2 pitch, and Wetzel sees a ball down and away, 1-2.
Baker with that hammer curveball, or can elevate the fastball ahead 1-2. Multiple options here.
1-2 pitch, and that is strike 3. Brady Wetzel goes down looking in consecutive Ks for Ty Baker, 1 away in the 8th.
Ty Baker's looked phenomenal, and even in the limited work, a 0 ERA coming into this outing. The stuff is amazing. And even with 3 pitches sprinkled in and out, location is all that matters, and he's been A+.
First pitch to Wyatt Thames, missing low, ball 1. Thames at the top of the order, 0 for 1, but has 2 walks and also a run scored. First time against Hudson Hamilton. Ground out to third, then 2 walks against the starting pitcher. The 1-0 chops high, and in comes TJ Pompey. A high grasp and a throw over. Great play from TJ Pompey. Real athletic move from the shortstop. 2 gone.
Oh my goodness, Hunter. What a play from TJ Pompey, ranging to his left. Very difficult hop, almost going over his head. And while on the run, able to leap up, catch it, make a strong throw, getting him by half a step, all in one motion. An elite shortstop at Texas Tech for a reason. And flashing the leather once again. Wow.
Here is Jace Jeremiah. First pitch missing, ball 1. Did some nice plays. Saw Jack Bollinger turn that double play, that little flip from the glove to TJ earlier in the ball game. 1-0 pitch, and Jeremiah hack for strike 1. It's a big rip from the shortstop to even up the count. Here's the pitch, and Jeremiah has an off speed. He takes down low, 2-1.
Slider missed just a bit down there. Jeremiah 0 for 3 here today.
Here's the pitch, and that one straight down the middle, 2-2. And for Jeremiah, pop up to first, ground out to third baseman, ground into a fielder's choice. That 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Baker strikes him out. Ty Baker's only had to face 6 in his 2 innings. Phenomenal work from Ty. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Sturs by 4.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the 8th, Sturs lead 6-2. A couple changes coming up. Asante Wilson, the right-hander, will now enter the ball game for Nevin Lee, who had 4 innings out of the bullpen in relief for the Merchants. We'll also have a pinch hitter coming up for the Sturs, Dominic Smaldino, to hit for Rodriguez.
And Smaldino, a few times this season, has come in and made an impact with a big swing of the bat here and there. He's gotten a lot better as the season's moved on out of Cal. And good opportunity here to maybe swing out of his shoes a little bit and do some damage.
It's going to be Smaldino, Markle, and Taman in this inning. And for Smaldino, a couple games back, had that big game against the San Diego Bombers. We actually were able to speak with him after the game. Very nice catching up with Smaldino. First pitch now to Dominic, and he takes inside, ball 1 on the first pitch from Asante Wilson.
One thing that stood out to me with Dominic is very poised even with the rough start to the season, knowing that he's only a couple swings away from really getting the wheels going.
This one's bouncing its way over to Jeremiah at short, and the shortstop throws out the man Smaldino at first, 1 away in the 8th. Talk about, he even mentioned that in his interview after that ball game, saying how the team was supportive with him, even after that slow start, cheering him on, especially when he's had those big couple games as of late, the home runs. That shows what the Forrester bench is looking like. Good bondage between all of those players down that first base line. But Smaldino grounds out, and here's Drew Markle. And Wilson retires the first man he faces. First pitch to Drew will miss, ball 1.
All these Foresters players have really talked about it, but the camaraderie and the friendships outside of the baseball field have really started to build, and it's resulting in more W's.
Here is the 1-0 pitch. It's grounded over to Young at third base, and a big looping throw over to first in time. Drew Markle gave it a run down that first baseline to try to beat it out, but the throw was in time, and Drew retired, grounding out to third. 2 gone.
A A bang-bang play at first. Looked like from our angle it could go either way. They side with out. Now 2 outs here in the 8th. Red-hot Ryan Taman digs in.
Taman has reached twice today and scored 2 of the 6 runs for Santa Barbara. Bottom of the 8th. First pitch missing well away. The Stars commanding lead 6-2. By the way, Rogers Young tackless. It's the bigger bats for the Merchants coming up in the 9th. And they'll be trailing by at least 4 runs. Taman is able to reach. Klepsch will be on deck. 1-0 pitch. That's missing in for ball 2. Klepsch has not hit today. Enter for Bollinger defensively at second. It's 2-0 for the catcher, Ryan Taman. Asante Wilson behind in the count. Here's the pitch, and it's missing in nearly at the knees for Ryan, ball 3.
And that's got to be frustrating if you're Ryan Taman. He got plunked back in the 5th inning, and that makes guys more aware. Any other pitch that comes even remotely close to inside, it feels like it's almost intentional, and that's 2 in a row this at-bat.
2 gone, bases clear, the 3-0 pitch, and Taman will take one down the middle. 3 balls and a strike. Gentle breeze out towards left center field. Typical breeze here we see from Santa Barbara High School. 3-1 pitch, and Ryan Taman will see ball 4 down low. It's a 2-out walk for Ryan. 3rd time he has reached base today. It's been a double, he's been hit, and now a walk to bring up Addison Klepsch.
6, the second baseman,
Addison Klepsch, committed to Auburn, just finished his high school season. Widely regarded as one of the MLB prospects on this Foresters team. Young, athletic, can play anywhere in the middle infield, and getting a chance to get a hit here.
First pitch, and Klepsch, he will foul it off near the 3rd base on deck circle. Strike number 1. Small Taman, pardon me, working the 2-out walk. And you see going through your screen, the Dylan Fishbow on deck for Bill Pintard. Getting a few swings loose on deck if Klepsch is able to reach. 2 gone. Here's the 0-1, and that one nearly clips Addison. He has to spin away from it 1-1. Good thing he did.
Never a good sign when you see a fastball up in the zone near your head. And Klepsch able to get out of the way, but not too fond of that one.
Jack back to first base. Sliding in head first, Taman. Remains 1-1. Bottom of the 8th inning. Santa Barbara leading by 4. 1-1 pitch, and that one missing away, and good effort from Atticus Gonzalez to keep the runner at bay at first. 2-1.
Klepsch now can really get greedy. First at-bat of the day, why not do some damage for a fastball?
2-1 pitch, and Klepsch sends it down the right field line near the bullpen. The extra pitchers are housed, 2-2. Couple changes being used today by Bill Pintard. With this 4-run lead, getting some extra bats. Klepsch hitting for the first time. And at first, here's a 2-2 pitch, and Klepsch sees ball 3 in. Full count.
Here comes the action pitch. Taman will be off as soon as the pitcher commits to come home. Ball in the gap will score easily.
Payoff pitch, and Klepsch in the left field, but the shortstop moves over Jeremiah and makes the squeeze. Addison Klepsch, the line out to the shortstop, and the side retired. We are going to the 9th. Santa Barbara lead by 4, but the big bat's coming up. Rogers, Young, tackless, next from Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Top of the ninth, Sturs lead 6-2 in game one of their three-game homestand, and Ty Baker remains on the hill, going back out for his third inning. Only two pitchers to be used so far today, with Jack Rogers leading things off. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Merchants. It's a 4-run ball game. First pitch, and Rogers reaches for it. That is strike one.
Ty Baker has been unhittable out of the bullpen into his third inning of work. So much swing and miss stuff. It seems like the Merchants cannot see the ball and haven't really put barrel to it once in his outing.
The only blemish for Baker was the leadoff walk to start his outing. The 0-1 was a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. It was a double play, induced a ground out to eliminate that leadoff walk. He's only had to face 6 through his 2 innings of work. He's ahead against the leadoff man, Jack Rogers, 0-2. The Sturs leading 6-2 against the Merchants. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Rogers fouls it off, staying alive. 0-2 it remains.
That fastball was well timed from Rogers. Might decide to go back to that off speed. It's been a hammer here in this outing.
Comes 0-2 pitch. Rogers foul tips it back, and he is retired. Ty Baker has his 4th K. Leadoff man sat down in the 9th.
Third baseman number 8, Kai Young.
And it seems like these Merchant hitters, Hunter, haven't even really competed. It's been Baker dictating each at bat, throwing whatever he wants in any count. And now, 2 outs away from getting the win.
First pitch, that's to Kai Young, called strike 0-1. Only 2 pitchers, and Ty Baker's 2 outs away from 3 innings in relief. The 0-1 to the third baseman, and Young's able to lay off of it, 1-1. But the Sturs, really the turning point in this game was that 5th inning, Aiden, capitalizing on the errors from the Merchants, pushing those 4 runs, making the difference right now.
Yeah, that 4 spot, and you look back to the guy who's up right now, the Jacob Young error. Costly.
And this one is driven into left center field. Kai Young will have a 1-out knock, and he's looking to push it to 2. It's going to be close at second, but he is going to be safe. Kai Young motors his way to second base to stretch it for a double. It was real close.
And Kai Young, on that one, but a double in the gap, and you can hear manager Pintard echoing his frustration. Addison Kleps right on top of it, who applied the tag, thought he got him surely. The double from Young.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Rocco Granucci now to hit.
batting for the Merchants, number 23, Rocco Granucci.
So Granucci now to hit, man at second base. Kai Young able to stretch it for a double, a one-out double. Here's the pitch, and Granucci takes a strike from Ty Baker, 0-1 still. It's a 6-2 lead for the Sturs. He's hitting for Aiden Tackless, 0 for 3 today. There's the second pitch, and that's in there for strike, and 0-2. Quickly Baker right back on top of it.
Back-to-back curveballs, and he's commanded it better than I've seen in a long time out of any pitcher on the bump. What a pitch that has been, and he continues to lean on it.
The 0-2 missing away, ball 1. 1-2 our count for the pinch hitter Granucci. Another pinch hitter on deck for the DH Bolden. Here's the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. 2 Ks for Baker in the 9th. And the Merchants down to their final out here in Santa Barbara.
Cannot express enough to Hunter, if the Foresters hold on to the win right here, how valuable it is to only use 2 arms when you're starting a 4-game homestand. Being able to keep that bullpen fresh and keep on rolling.
Here's Jacobs, pardon me, now to hit. So Jacobs will stand in for the first time for Bolden. And the Merchants down to their final out here in Santa Barbara. And Jacobs swing through the zone, strike number 1.
Very upright stance from Jacobs. Looks like the Merchants are just emptying their bench, get some guys at bats that haven't seen the field so far today.
The 0-1 pitch, and Jacobs is down in the dirt, and Ryan Taman doing what Ryan Taman does, smothering up baseballs down in the dirt, 1-1. He hasn't had to do as much of that today compared to his last time behind the dish, but always rock solid.
It's been credit to the Foresters' command of all pitches. Now 1 out away.
There's ball 2, Blake Jacobs. The Sturs will continue their homestand. Welcome in the Ventura Pirates. CCL South tomorrow. And then the San Diego team later on Saturday. 2 gone. Top of the 9th. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Jacobs pops it up right side. Smaldino, the first baseman, called off by Klepsch, who was called off by the right fielder, Sebring. And there is our ball game. The Sturs take it 6-2. Don't go anywhere. We'll hear from Hudson Hamilton, our starting pitcher, in just a few moments. But Aiden, solid game from the Sturs. That 4th run, 4 runs in the 5th inning was a difference maker, capitalizing on errors from the Merchants. They'll go into this homestand, the rest of the homestand, on a positive.
Great win for the Foresters, and one thing I want to highlight is the pitching. Hudson Hamilton, 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, and then turning it over to Ty Baker, who is dominating with the 2-pitch mix of the fastball and curveball. Talked about how valuable it is. You're starting a 4-game homestand. You only use 2 arms if you're manager Bill Pintard. The rest of the guys are fresh. Right back at it tomorrow against Ventura.
So it's going to be Ventura tomorrow, and then the San Diego Sunrays, both first pitches at 4:30. So be sure to come on out and support the Sturs. We will step away, then hear from our starting pitcher, Hudson Hamilton, when we return.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., Member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Welcome back to Santa Barbara. Now we welcome in Hudson Hamilton, our starting pitcher today. Hudson, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, Hudson, 6 innings. You only gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. How would you classify your outing this afternoon?
I thought I had a good outing. You know, I was just attacking well. Offense gave me some runs early, so I was just out there attacking the zone.
And for you as a starting pitcher, how do you get ready for a start mentally and even physically?
You know, it's pretty much a whole day process. You know, when I wake up, I'm like, here we go. Today's the start day, and then get out here, stretch and everything, and then get going. Get going pretty fast.
Any music you specifically listen to warming up?
Not really, but if I do listen to music, it's definitely going to be rap music for sure.
And for you as a pitcher down in the bullpen when you're not tossing, how's that camaraderie down there for you guys?
We love it down there. You know, we're having a fun time. We're relaxed, making sure everything is going good. And for the pitchers that are coming in, you know, they're staying loose and staying ready.
How about only having to use one reliever to follow your great performance, Ty Baker? You guys are going to be fresh the rest of the homestand, the rest of the week.
Absolutely. And you know, he came out. He was throwing gas. He was throwing good, attacking that zone. It was fun to watch.
Well, Hudson, we know you're from Texas. How has it been here in Santa Barbara over the summer so far for you?
I love it. You know, that beach is something else. I love getting out there. But it's been great. I've loved every second of it.
Awesome. And one last thing. When you decompress from a start, what do you normally do? Anything you eat specifically or just wind down?
I like to meditate after.
Okay,
so
nice.
I like to lay in my bed, you know, focus, and just kind of think back on what I did good and what I can fix for the next outing.
Awesome. Well, not too much to fix. Well done today after your 6 innings of phenomenal work. Thanks for catching up with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you to Hudson for joining us after this one. Once again, final score from Santa Barbara, 6-2. Sturs take it over the Alameda Merchants. And don't forget, Sturs will welcome in the Ventura Pirates and the Sunrays the rest of their homestand. So for all the crew and for Aiden O'Neill and for Hudson Hamilton, I'm Hunter Shoemake saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow when the Sturs are back in action. We'll see you then.